So you guys are talking about Mexico and talking about artists going down there and giving off that vibe of, hey, we're Chicano, we're Mexican, but for some they just don't funk down there the same way that you and others would. So somebody I want to bring up, he's an up and comer named Peso Peso from out in Houston. He's getting a lot of flack right now. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him or not.
I heard the name here and there, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it's these new trap rappers from over here that some of them exaggerate what they're doing, bro. And I'm not
yeah,
into the whole skinny jeans and man purses and all that shit.
right.
That ain't my stilo, you know what I mean? But hey, more power to them, homie. But
Yeah,
being ignorant and arrogant, homie, ain't gonna get you nowhere with your ass beat. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
that's plain. Go
No,
ahead.
absolutely. No, absolutely. All I was gonna say is, with him claiming he's the hardest essay ever, and not speaking any Spanish. I was
Yeah.
curious to see how a gentleman like yourself felt about that.
The hardest essay where?
Man,
Yeah, no,
I
I got
mean,
you.
I don't know, dude, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I heard his music. It don't impress me.
yeah,
Like it sounds like everything else that's out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I just told the homie last week, look, it could be a fool from New York, Texas, East Coast, West Coast, anywhere down south. You can't tell where they're from anymore, bro. Before you could distinguish the sound. Oh, this was from the West Coast. Oh, this was from the East Coast. Oh, this was from the South. But now they all sound the same, bro. They all sound the same. They all look the same. And that's not being talented. That's not. I don't give a fuck how big your money stacks are, fake money or real money. You know what I mean? Like move out your mama's house. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that. I could go on for days about this shit, but yeah, dog, that shit don't impress me, boy. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's people doing shit for the wrong reasons and being loudmouth and shit. I dare them to go to Mexico for one day and talk that shit they talk in a real street in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And they'll see what time it is. I mean, it's all fun and games out here. You know what I mean? Because on the internet, you know what I mean, they're all big internet gangsters and they want to fucking go on the TV screen with a chopper and this and that. Like, come on, bro. If your mom came out with the fucking chancla right now, homie, you'd bow down to her and you'd fucking tuck your tail between your fucking legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. To each their own. And if it's working for them and everybody's believing that gimmick, hey, whatever, homie. I stay authentic. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, dog. I don't want to sound like the next man. I don't want to use beats like the other fools are using. I want to come out with my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing this for 26 years. So I want them to show me or tell me something that haven't seen or heard, and that'll impress me. But their music ain't impressing
With
me,
that
and
said,
especially their looks.
recently within the last year, Night Owl did an interview with Tony A on his podcast, and he had a big
Hmm.
issue
Right.
about homosexuals getting represented as Chicano rappers. And I was wondering if you felt like, with it maybe being, you know, 2021, like, or if you feel the same way he does, as far as like, there's a certain way to move about this industry and a certain way to move as a man and an artist. And you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
I'm not trying to bait a question, but I just want to get an honest answer.
yeah. Well, I mean, just because Biden is president don't make it cool. You know what I'm saying? But the, I mean, with me, I don't give a fuck what they are, who they think they are, as long as they're not over here trying to grab my ass, speaking my name out of their mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't consider them any part of the genre because he said it himself. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said he's gay cholo rap.
Yeah.
So let him be that. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I know my big bro got strong feelings about that shit, and and some people are homophobic and don't want that shit to be around us, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But just keep that fool away from me, and I'm cool. I mean, he ain't representing me. He ain't
Right.
representing anybody that I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't consider him Chicano rap. He'll never be Chicano rap because we don't get down like that, and that's just point blank. He said it himself. Like I was telling him, like he said he's gay cholo rap. Let him be gay cholo rap because we're not cholo rappers. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Rich
hey,
Chicano rap.
let's ask some off the wall questions, you know. And I don't know if fucking anybody asked you this before, but you know, like when you first came out, I remember you were dropping like some diabolical shit, you could say. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Did that shit ever trip out? Like, you know, I don't, you know, your jefita, your tia, somebody fucking they light some veladoras for you, fucking exorcism.
I don't know if they did or not, bro. I mean, at first in the beginning, my mom was the more supportive one. My dad, rest in peace, really
RIP.
didn't believe me about my music until I came out with the CD and I showed it to him. He was like, "Oh shit, you really doing this?" So, but I was just doing a lot of drugs as a youngster, bro. I'm talking about shrooms. I would go to the cemetery, rap raps on acid, and see stuff and hear shit. So that's where all that shit came from, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a period in my life where I was hearing these motherfucking voices and hearing these people talk to me and tell me to do shit, and and writing at the cemetery on shrooms or acid really didn't help any. So
Yeah.
you know it was just a crazy part of my life when I started to make this music professionally. So people got a glimpse of it, but as you can see, as I grew out of it and I grew older and I stopped and I just stuck to weed. You can tell, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't as fucking crazy with my shit.
Same,
So
man. Marijuana's a fucking lifesaver, bro. That's for sure.
it is. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, man. I'm a big smoker too, bro. That's fucking man for sure. But that's why I was just wondering, you know, because I remember bumping that too, and I was like, damn, man, had to turn it down if my jefa walking in or something. You know, I don't want her to be like, este güey ya se está endemoniando. Yeah, she might pull out the
Yeah,
holy water.
bro.
I mean, every Mexican mom got some holy water somewhere in the
Oh
fucking
yeah.
in the casa,
Oh
you
yeah.
feel
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah,
so
man.
so so I got another one for you. So you've been doing music 20 plus years, and so the music
Yeah,
industry has changed. And so the
a
way
lot.
that you the way yeah, exactly. So the way you would have distributed your music, even 10 years ago has drastically changed. How do you feel about back in the day? Because we spoke with MCOB. He was an artist who was signed to High Power back in the day, and he was talking about compilations, mixtapes he did with Criminal, with Capone, stuff like that. The mixtapes back in the day, and how they did, 20, 30, 40,000 copies, what have you. And so
Yeah.
now it's all streaming and music videos and how many likes and followers you get on Instagram. So how do you, what do you personally think about how people consume music now? And then how do you, as an artist, push that music out differently than you would 10, 15 years ago?
Well, me personally, I haven't released a record since my last Spanish record in 2016.
Yeah.
And this year I'm gonna release a bunch of music digitally, and I'm also gonna do it physically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For the same reason that I have avid listeners, bro, that collect all my shit. I have people that collect vinyl. You know what I'm saying? So I have to give them something like I've been doing for all the years. I'm going to release it digitally, but I'm also going to release it physically. I'm still going to press up CDs. People say that the CD market died down. Maybe if you don't have fans. If you don't have fans, maybe they died down for you. But as for me, I press up 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever fucking amount of units I press, they go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, it's decreased a lot. It's decreased fucking by the thousands. All the distributors that cause see, we used to press records, bro, and we used to have, I don't know, 5, 10 wholesalers that would buy five, 500, 1,000, 2,000 at a time, bro. Like, hey, Shadow, bring me 2,000 of fucking till I die. Bring me 1,000 of this one. Bring me 1,000 of that one. So yeah, that shit died down. You know what I'm saying? But if you really have true fans, they're gonna cop your shit. This last record I just dropped with Little One, the Misters Volume One, people still asking for the physical. We haven't pressed it yet, but it's coming. Right now it's digital, they can see it anywhere in the world on any platform, but they want that physical copy. You know what I'm saying? So um I think I think the digital age fucked us a lot, but at the same on the same note, you can reach the world on a click of a button. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bittersweet situation, you know what I'm saying? Because the money's not the same, bro. We're getting it streams on YouTube. I mean, that's pennies on the dollar, bro. Like,
Yeah. No,
you know
for
what I'm
real.
saying?
Yeah, for real.
It ain't shit, dog. Even Spotify, Pandora, whatever the fuck you want to go on. It's pennies on the dollar, and you really have to get a lot of plays, millions of plays to get some real money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
because I don't mean to interrupt. I'm an artist as well, and I noticed that the Spotify play is like 0.000318 of a cent. You know what I mean? And so
yeah,
and it's
Baller.
one of those things. Yeah,
yeah, bro. So I mean, again, there's ups and downs. It's bittersweet. You know, you can. The thing about YouTube though, you can monetize your shit. You can monetize your views.
yeah,
And you can monetize shit on Facebook and you can monetize shit on Instagram. So, people just need to learn how to use it to their advantage and make the best out of it, bro. Like get all those outlets and press physical and
yeah,
press vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Vinyl's coming back. You
yeah,
know what I mean? And I mean, I know people that'll pay $50 to $100 for a vinyl. You know what I mean? So it's a good business if you know how to work it still. And this digital age, it could be a blessing and it could be damning for people who don't have fans. It goes back to your fans. You know what I'm saying? if
yeah,
if you don't have a big following and people just don't give a shit about your music, they're not going to cop it, whether it's digital or physical.
yeah.
you know so
Absolutely, Yogi. You got something, brother?
Yeah, have you ever what's the did you ever take a break? Cause I know you weren't really like on social media, but were you still dropping shit like while you were taking when you were on social media and shit? Or you took a
yeah,
little
bro.
break,
so
right?
so look, in 2009,
Uh-huh.
I had my first stroke,
Okay.
right? And it took me 2 years to recover. So I didn't do anything. I mean, I had paralysis. I had to learn how to walk. It was all
Uh,
kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that took me to 2009 to 2011. Yeah, to 2011 um, to recover. Then I recorded an English and a Spanish album, which was all about me. And Todo de Mi, I recorded an English and a Spanish sandwich album. Uh, that's how high I am right now, bro.
yeah.
I recorded an English and Spanish album. It was all about me and Todo de Mi. I released those two records from the fucking hospital bed, homie.
Oh
Like
shit.
I had my laptop because it was music that I had, what I mean, in the computer, and I picked I picked the pictures to Todo de Mi. I picked them out of my laptop on my fucking hospital bed, and my boy would come and be like, "What's up? You like this cover? You like what I did with the pictures? Yeah, dog, let's fucking release this record." So I released that record. I got out of the hospital. Um, so it took me 10, 11. I started to record. I released All About Me in 2012. Uh, and then I didn't give a fuck about social media, bro. I really didn't. I even have a video on YouTube where I was like, man, fuck social media. I ain't never gonna use that shit. I don't need that shit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know the ins and outs and I didn't know the benefits. I just thought people were on fucking social media being idiots, you know what I mean? But
Being too
once I
small for
started to
people.
learn, yeah, so once I started to learn that you can actually use it for your business and make money off this shit, I was like, okay, well shit, it'd be stupid of me for not doing that, you know what I'm saying? And reaching the world with a click of a button. And so that's when I started my social media in 2016.
Hold on. Though.
You know what I mean? So I just started my shit 4 years ago. So um or 5 years ago. And I haven't released a record since. So
Were you surprised how much people were still like following or how much people followed you on social media like after you came back? Like
yeah,
knowing
bro.
that you
So I
stuff.
mean, and a lot of people ask me, how come you don't have so many followers? You only have like 50,000 plus. I was like, well, look, all these motherfuckers that have 100,000, 200, 300,000 followers, because as soon as social media started, they jumped on that wagon. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I waited till fucking like 7 years later to get on it. So all those fans that would have accumulated for me to have hundreds of thousands of followers, but it's slowly but surely growing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I started off with nothing. I'm at fucking almost 54,000 or 53,000, and you know what I'm saying? It's growing. It's growing every week. It grows more and more, and I'll get there sooner than later.
For sure, especially like how much people used to bump your music, you know, and bump your music, how much fans you got all over the place, and you not having a social media presence, they probably, you know, the more people that are like, oh shit, Shadow's on fucking Instagram, I'm gonna follow,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't know that shit. A lot of people don't know that I have Instagram or that I have a Facebook or, the only thing I don't have right now is an official YouTube channel, which I'm working on. But this year I'm gonna crack all that shit off, and this year I'm gonna be dropping all the records that I have that I've been wanting to drop. But again, this past July, I had another curveball thrown at me. I fucking had another stroke, and thank God that this time around I'm already back. You can't even tell I had a stroke, except for the vision. And it's not that I'm blind or nothing. It's just that the bright lights fuck with me. So, um, other than that, shit, I'm 95%, 98% back. You know what I'm saying?